Hey guys, so I am recording again, and it is late today. It is about 9:12 p.m. and I have school tomorrow. I started school this week. Today is the 26th. So I started school yesterday and it was pretty awesome. It's just a lot of reading. I've just been reading all day yesterday and then all day today. And I kind of am on break right now. I just ate dinner about a few minutes ago actually, and now I'm just here to record a new video for you guys that's going to be in the collab with me and Alex. He has been putting out videos like crazy. I feel like I'm so far behind. I just put out my update video yesterday for you guys, and I feel like he's just been popping them all out, and I feel so bad that I'm kind of slacking a bit, but I'm making a video now. So his recent video that he uploaded was talking about different topics in our collab that we are doing, and he didn't have a lot of, I want to say, negative experiences with these topics that I'm going to state in a few minutes. So he just put them all in one video, which is fine by me. I don't really, it's whatever he wants to do. It's as long as he states those topics. And he also stated that he didn't really have much to say about them because he kind of, all of his experiences with hydrocephalus, I don't want to say all of them, but I feel like the ones that hurt me the most or are more important to me that I have experienced, he kind of has not. So that is something different between us. But definitely go check out his video. I'll leave it like in annotation right here and then down below, link down below as well. And the topics he talks about are driving with hydrocephalus, working with hydrocephalus, being bullied with hydrocephalus, and if he ever experienced any learning difficulties or anything like that while in school because of his hydrocephalus. So those are the 4 topics that he covered in one video, and I think for me, I'm going to cover the learning difficulties and the bullying in this video, just because those are 2 important things to me. I've only had one job while working with my hydro. I mean, I've had it my whole life, but I only really had one job so far, and I don't really have any experiences with those, but I will make a video about it if you guys want to see it. And then the other one, driving, is a big one as well. So I'm definitely going to cover that in a separate video, but I feel like the learning difficulties and the bullying kind of go hands in hand, and that's what I'm going to make this video about. So I hope you guys enjoy the video, and if you want to continue watching, just stay tuned. Did I have any learning difficulties or experience any bullying while being in school because of my hydrocephalus? So I want to say that the learning difficulties, I didn't really think I've had any learning difficulties with hydro. The only time that I would say I've had a difficulty was because I've only had one vision in one eye, in my right eye, and I'm blind in my left eye. I always had to make sure that I was in the front row, like centered, so I could see the teacher and see everything that was written on the board, and everything like that. I just needed to be able to see the board better. Even now, like when I go to Broadway shows, my parents always try to get me really good seats so I can be able to see and enjoy the show and enjoy the experience that I'm getting by watching the show. But yeah, in school that was really the only problem, was that my mother always had to tell the teacher and let the teacher know, hey, she's blind in her left eye, please make sure that she sits in the front. And they would always, if there was assigned seating, they would always put me right up front in the center so I was able to see. Another thing was, if I could remember correctly, that when I was in like 4th or 5th grade is when I actually started to cover my left eye while I was working. Like if I was reading a passage, if I was writing in school, I would just like cover my left eye, and then I would just like write like this, and I never really knew that I was doing it. It's kind of like a subconscious thing, like when you hold your head up with your hand, I was kind of doing that, but I was covering my whole left eye because I can't see out of it, so I didn't use it. So when I was younger, I guess it was kind of just like, oh, let me just hold my head up, but I just always put it over my eye. And my teacher didn't understand why I was doing that, because at this time, they didn't, I guess my teacher forgot or my teacher didn't know. I'm not sure about that situation. But my teacher asked me, like, Megan, why are you covering your left eye? Does it hurt? Is it bothering you? And then I think my mother wrote like a letter to her stating everything that I'd been through. And then the teacher was like, oh, okay. But yeah, I would just always cover that left eye. And I think because of that, my teachers were always just like really confused, like why I was doing that. But then once they were educated about the situation, they obviously just let it happen. They didn't really say anything else about it. But I remember doing that a lot when I was younger. And another thing I would say is I'm not sure if this is because of my hydro or not, but I was very shy. And I still kind of am shy, but now that I'm in college, I kind of just, if I know the answer, I just blurt it out or raise my hand. But back then when I was younger, I would never speak, like never. And my teachers would always have fabulous things to say about me at parent-teacher conference, but the one negative thing was always, she needs to raise her hand more. She doesn't talk. I never hear her talk. She needs to participate more. And I never did. I never participated. And it's not because I didn't know a specific answer or anything, because I did. I did know the answer. I'm smart. It's just I was too shy. And I don't know why I was shy. I was just in my own little bubble for the longest time. And I think it was only till about like my senior year of high school that I was just like I'm just gonna speak out. Not even my senior year. It was more like when I got to high school is when I started to speak up more and kind of just let that go. But I fully let it go my senior year of high school because I was like, you know what, I'm done. I'm just gonna speak out and say whatever I feel, and hopefully it's right. And then my teachers really noticed a difference in me because even in high school, my teacher would say, "Oh, she needs to participate more" or something like that. But as far as learning difficulties, like if I started talking later than usual, or if I started walking later than everybody else, I didn't have those at all. It's more of like I always needed to sit up front. I always needed to make sure that I was right in front of the teacher so I could pay attention and look at the board and see everything clearly. Another thing is I talk really fast, and you guys probably noticed that in all of my videos, but I talk really fast. And my mom always says, Megan, slow down, like slow down. And I can't. I don't know why. I don't know what it's like, what causes it, but I'm just like always talking really, really fast. And especially when I'm passionate about something or I'm really into the conversation, I just talk so fast, and I tend to get a bit louder too when I'm talking. I'm like, ah, and I'm just like, I'm practically screaming, people say, and I'm just talking super, super fast. I don't know how to slow down. So I'm not sure if that is related to the hydro or not, but definitely I would say that is something to state because that's what I do. I talk a lot, I talk really fast, and when I'm really passionate, I talk really loud, and I just kind of like want everybody to hear me, so I talk really loud. Now going into bullying. I actually have a lot of experience with that when I was younger. Part of it because younger kids are just really mean, and then part of it because of the hydro, and I just think that the hydrocephalus made it a bit worse, I want to say. Like I said, all kids are a bit mean, and they don't really understand, so they just kind of pick on everybody else, but I think the hydro made it worse, and I was very sensitive when I was younger, so I would always like feel like everybody was bullying on me and making me feel bad. So I'll tell you one experience. This was actually from a teacher, and I do consider it bullying because she just never understood me and she never wanted to understand me, and it was the worst thing ever. So this was about my whole time in elementary school, but specifically in the 4th or 5th grade, if I can remember correctly. I had eye surgery on my left eye, I believe. Yes, because my left eye was going lazy. It just kept like, a lazy eye, it doesn't focus, it can't stay straight, it kind of just goes off to the side a bit, and it is visibly noticeable. Everybody else around you does notice it, and people would make fun of me because of it, especially the students. It wasn't a lot of students, it was probably only like one person in particular that would just try to make fun of me because of it and say that I was dumb or anything like that. But I'm talking about a teacher. So, because of my hydro, I'm not allowed to play any hands-on sports. So, whenever I was in high school, middle school, or elementary school, I was never allowed to play gym because those were the only things that we would play: kickball, softball, volleyball, baseball, football, a whole bunch of things that involved hand-eye coordination, and I was never allowed to do that because I'm blind on my left. I'm blind in my left eye, and my shunt is on my left side. So whenever something was going to come, I wasn't going to be able to see it. My elementary school teacher, she never liked me because I was never allowed to play the sports. And although my mother would always write her letters saying this is why she can't play it, don't make her play it, she's not, it's not safe for her to play, she would always force me to play, and I would always feel obligated to do so because she's the teacher, and obviously I have to respect her. And one time in particular, I had the surgery to correct my lazy eye, and I had to wear sunglasses to protect it from the light because I was very sensitive to light after the surgery. And I went to school and I had the sunglasses on, and I had to go to gym, and she just blurted out in the front of the whole entire class and was like, "Megan, why are you wearing those sunglasses? Take them off." And when I told her I can't take them off, she just kept going on and on and on, and she just didn't like me. And since she didn't like me, she just made me sit out, which I was already going to do anyway. But she was just very angry and very mean, and she just didn't like me. I don't know, I guess she just never understood my condition, and she just wanted everything to be done her way. And I think she felt like I was being kind of lazy or whatever, but I really wasn't. It was, I can't play. I was not allowed to play from my neurosurgeon, and she never understood. Then, one time in middle school, I was bending down. I was in class. I was probably in like 6th or 7th grade. I can't remember. But I was bending down to pick something up from the floor, and this guy in my class saw my shunt, and he saw my scar because my hair was in a ponytail. And he saw it, and he started like making fun of me and telling the whole entire class, and he was just like, "Oh my gosh, there's a bump on her head, it looks like this and this and this." And then the whole class just started laughing and teasing me and everything like that. And I kind of just ran to the principal's office, and I just told everything that went on, and she called my mother, and then my mother told me what to do, and I just kind of stood in the principal's office for the whole entire time. I was just very emotional and very sensitive, and I didn't want to go back to class. Eventually, the principal called in my mom, and then the boy and his mother, and then my mother explained to him and his mom everything that went on, and then he didn't pick on me anymore, but it was just a big whole extravaganza to have everybody come in and do a meeting and settle the situation because I was very sensitive about it, and I didn't like that he was telling everybody what he saw, and just they were all picking on me, so I just didn't like it. So that was kind of like another thing. Once he saw it, he just blurted out, and then that just kind of ruined the whole day and made me very self-conscious, and I didn't want to go back to that classroom. But once everything was settled, it was settled, and I don't think I experienced anything else in middle school. Now going on to high school, like I said, I was never allowed to play gym, and the only people that actually kind of knew was the gym teachers. Nobody else in my school knew. And I would always sit out on the bleachers every single day. I wouldn't even warm up. I wouldn't even change my clothes because there was no point in me doing so. I wasn't gonna play in gym. So what was the point, you know? I was sitting out, and people would always ask me, you know, "Why are you sitting out?" This and that, and I kind of would just say, "Oh, it's personal," you know, because I wasn't gonna tell my whole business to the whole entire school and like let them spread rumors or whatever. And that's exactly what happened because I didn't tell them what was going on. I didn't find out about the rumors until about junior year, and one of my good friends actually came and told me, like, "Hey, this person is saying this about you and is spreading it around the whole entire school." Now, this rumor was stating that the reason why I sit out in gym is because I'm mentally disabled and I can't comprehend things, and just, I don't know, like, everyone thought that I had a metal plate in my head, and that's why I wasn't allowed to play gym. It was just this big whole thing, and these rumors just kind of spread, and everybody thought that about me. They never came to me and asked me. If they did, I would always say it's just personal, and they would just automatically believe the rumors because I didn't tell them straight out what was going on. That's kind of their fault, though, for believing in something that they didn't hear from the actual person themselves. That's a whole nother topic, but those rumors did spread, and I did find out, and it did hurt my feelings because they were just rumors. They were untrue, and I was hurt because the person that was spreading the rumors I thought was just a good acquaintance. She wasn't really a friend. I just kind of knew her, and she was the one spreading all the rumors, and they were actually laughing about it, thinking it was funny. And then whenever I would get up and like run or something, they would laugh and think that it was funny, and it was just really mean and really mean and just really hurtful. And then I think I only have one more experience in high school, is when I would always get the letter M on my report card stating that I'm medically excused from playing gym. And then my senior year, they took away not my junior year, they took away my medically excused, I guess. They took away my medically excuse on my report card, and they stated that I'm not allowed to put that I'm medically excused anymore because I am not medically excused. And it was just so bizarre to me and my mom, because I was like, what does that even mean? Like, I suddenly don't have hydrocephalus anymore. I'm suddenly, have 2 eyes and I could see. Like, I just didn't understand what they meant by that. And they said that the school system changed and now they're never allowed to put that on a report card. And that blew up everywhere. At this point, we got a new gym teacher, and he was like the head of the gym, like how the gym flows and like the grades that you could give. So I went to him and I told him, I had my mom write a letter. I gave it to him. He read it in front of me, and he said, "You don't have that because I don't see it." And that's exactly how he said it. He said, "You are not sick. You do not have this disease. You can perfectly see out of your left eye because he doesn't see it. Since he doesn't see it, I don't have it." And that's basically what he said. And I was just stood there like with my mouth just dropped to the floor, and I was just like, are you kidding me? Like, are you kidding me? Like, you must be joking. And this was a grown man. He was probably like 40 or 50 years old, and he was telling that to me. And he said, "You're not sick. You don't have this and this and this because I don't see it." And I just started crying because I was so angry. I didn't know what to say to him because I'm not sick. Okay, I'm not sick. Everybody knows I don't treat my hydrocephalus as like a crutch. I don't use it for anything. I just have it and I just live with it, and I stated to you guys, and I'm trying to bring awareness to it. I don't use it like to gain anything, right? Who would use anything, an illness or disease, to gain something? I don't know, crazy people, but not me. And I just couldn't believe that he was stating to me that the reason why I'm not medically excused anymore is because he doesn't see it in me. He doesn't believe me that I have that. And it was just crazy. And me and my mother just kind of left it at that. We didn't go bring in any CTs or MRIs. We didn't do anything because at that point he already had his mind set up that I was not medically excused. And even if I brought anything else in, he would still find something else to say that I wasn't medically excused. So we kind of just left it at that. We kind of just let him be ignorant and whatever else he wanted to be. And my mother was like, you have this. Don't let him tell you otherwise. If he doesn't want to think that you don't have it because he doesn't see it, that's on him. He is crazy, basically, for lack of better words, and that's it. So those are all my bullying experiences with Hydro. They're kind of negative. Bullying isn't really positive, but I have experienced bullying because of Hydro. Now when I'm in college, nobody really gets to know each other to that extent where they can bully you. I guess people make fun of you behind your back every single day. I mean, people do it all the time. So I guess they probably will if they see that I have a larger head or anything like that, or if they kind of see that I'm blind in my left eye, which they can't because of my surgery that I had to correct the laziness in the eye. But, people are going to make fun of you. People are going to bully you every single day of your life. And you just have to learn to let them be ignorant and let them do what they want, say what they want, because at the end of the day, you know the truth and you know who you are. And if you react on it, if you react on them bullying on you, and if you just start spreading rumors about them, two wrongs don't make a right, and you're just going to continue to, it's going to reflect more on you than it will on them. So if they're making fun of you, it's reflecting on them, not on you. But if you start to believe them because they're bullying you, it starts to reflect back on you. And you don't want people to feel that way about you either. You want to just be strong and say, guess what? I don't really care what you say because I know the truth. And I'm the one living with it, so you don't have anything to say about it. That's it. Unless it starts to get aggressive, then obviously tell your parents and seek further assistance. But people are going to bully you, make fun of you. I'm not saying that it's right at all. I think it's horrible. And, bullying does lead to, like, suicide and things like that. I've personally never felt that way, but it does. And bullying is disgusting. But it's going to happen. And I know that it doesn't have to happen if you get further help and if you, tell them that they're wrong. But just don't bully somebody else. And I think that's my message here is, yes, I was bullied. And yes, bullying happens everywhere in all different forms and types of bullying. It's not right, but don't bully somebody else because you're angry or you're hurt or you're upset. Don't feel like you need to hurt somebody else because you're hurt. That is the biggest mistake, and that's why bullying even occurs, because people, they're hurt and they just want to make somebody else feel hurt and bad too. And that's not right. So if people are bullying on you, just let it go. It's gonna happen. And like I said, it reflects more on them than it does on you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave your questions down below. Please continue to email me, subscribe, rate, comment, and share this video. Go check out Alex's video and his 4-in-1 topics, because I'm pretty sure you guys will enjoy that. Like I said, I'll leave it in the description. I'll put an annotate in this video. Go tell him that I sent you. Please leave comments down below telling us questions you want us to answer in our upcoming Hangout video, our Google Hangouts. We're going to record it, and that's going to be our collab video. These are also collab videos, but they're kind of one-on-one. He does his thing, I do my thing, and the Hangout video is going to be us together on a Google Hangout. So definitely leave your questions down below and we will answer them. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, y'all!